too hot for it to handle.
Jeannie Mai has finally made a statement about her divorce from Jeezy. She went on Sherri Shepherd's daytime talk show to promote her new show, but obviously most of the interview was about the biggest news surrounding her life, her recent divorce from Jeezy. It's been reported that it came out of nowhere for her. She wasn't expecting it at all, and she finally had something to say about it almost a month later.
Just taking it day by day, you know?
She said that her daughter is the biggest reason she's getting through this time in her life, and even though we heard rumors that she was trying to fight for her marriage and didn't want to believe that it was over, it sounds like that might not be the case anymore.
I really tuned into the voices I really needed to hear, which was me and the truth.
Because she told Sherri that now she looks at her daughter Monaco and asks herself what she would advise her to do if Monaco were in her shoes. And she even called Monaco her North Star and appeared on the show without her wedding ring on, which is the first time we've seen her take it off since the announcement. So it seems like she's decided to move forward with a divorce once and for all. For years, Jeannie Mai tried to convince the world that she and Jeezy were the perfect couple, until everything came crashing down for her when Jeezy blindsided her and filed for divorce out of nowhere.
Did I know the real you, or is this the real you?
And now,
You really truly don't know a person until they don't get what they want.
it's being revealed that Jeezy had secretly been planning this for months, and you'll never believe why he did it. As more time passes since Jeezy filed for divorce from Jeannie Mai, more and more information is coming out about what went wrong with these two, and we now have confirmation that this has been in the works for months, thanks to Jeezy's divorce filing.
Did I know the real you, or is this the real you?
The paperwork literally states that Jeezy signed the documents in June, which means that he's known he was filing for divorce 3 months ago. He just waited to file them until September. If you were wondering why, it seems pretty weirdly tied to his book release. So either he was trying to avoid questions about a divorce during his book press tour, or he was hoping that by waiting to file until the book came out, it would help boost book sales. So this is something he's known he was doing for a while, even if Jeannie didn't. And if you're wondering what exactly happened, it seems like there were a lot of things. There are rumors that he cheated on him with Mario Lopez all the time. Apparently the two are filming a show together right now, and Mario Lopez may have even commented on the rumors himself, because after the rumors broke, he posted a picture on Instagram that said, "God always shows up, keep praying." Who knows? Maybe it means nothing, but I could see why he would post that if he got caught cheating on his wife with Jeannie Mai. There are also rumors that Jeezy was just sick of her anger issues. Jeannie's admitted to them a million times before.
I had a hot temper.
And some people just think it became too much for him to handle. But no matter what it was, we now have confirmation that he had been planning it for months. And it's becoming more and more obvious that Jeannie had absolutely no idea.
Knowing what I know now about who I married, I wouldn't have married him.
Jeannie Mai and Jeezy are getting divorced. And if you're shocked, join the club, because the story of how everything fell apart for these two in almost no time at all is truly bizarre. The announcement came out of absolutely nowhere on Friday, September 15th. And remember that date, because in the divorce filing, Jeezy claimed that the two had already been separated and that they were no longer living as a married couple. But we have some pretty solid proof from their social media that that's not the case at all, because when you look at her Instagram, it's clear that they were living a completely normal life as husband and wife just a few days ago. On September 6th, Jeannie posted a video on her Instagram with her and Jeezy's daughter, Monaco.
My daddy made the bestsellers list.
And in the video, Jeannie walks Monaco through a prayer. But it's not just any prayer. It's a prayer to thank God that her dad, aka Jeezy's new book, had made it onto the New York Times bestseller list. And she even instructs her daughter to thank God for her dad and for the work that he does to teach people to believe in themselves. The video even had the book in the frame to promote Jeezy's book. Does that sound like two people who are separated and no longer living as a married couple? It honestly sounds like two people who are still in love with each other. And that was literally on September 6th, 9 days before Jeezy filed for divorce. So what exactly happened there? It's honestly hard to believe that Jeannie could post that video on September 6th only for Jeezy to file for divorce 9 days later. But that's not all. Jeezy actually commented on the video with 2 heart emojis, so it really doesn't seem like they were even fighting. And on top of that, Jeannie has been wearing her ring everywhere, which I guess isn't that crazy. It's definitely possible that they've been separated but just didn't want anyone to know. So she was still choosing to wear her ring so that she wouldn't get questions. But I don't know, you guys, this just doesn't seem like something that's been in the works for a while, mostly because there was really no time for things to have fallen apart so badly for them. They've only been married for a little over 2 years, and they just had their daughter in January of 2022, so it's not like things could have been falling apart when they were making these massive steps in their relationship for the last couple of years. And when you look at Jeezy's Instagram, this doesn't sound like it's a situation where things just slowly start falling apart for them, and they fell out of love, but they're still friendly and amicable. No, that doesn't seem to be the case at all, because literally one day before it was announced that he filed for divorce, he posted a bunch of pictures of himself on Instagram with a pretty shady caption: to focus on who I'm becoming, to focus on who's not coming with me. And while I don't think many people thought much of it before the divorce announcement, the comments exploded almost immediately after it was announced, trying to figure out what exactly Jeannie did that would have caused Jeezy to have such a big dramatic reaction. And it definitely does seem like something very dramatic happened. So here's what we know. Jeannie and Jeezy had a serious whirlwind of a relationship. They started dating in 2018 while Jeannie was still going through her divorce with her first husband, and almost immediately we all watched as Jeannie seriously overshared about her new relationship with Jeezy on The Real.
Next year on this set.
She constantly let everyone know just how different this relationship was from literally any other relationship that she had ever been in, and she even said that she wanted to have kids with him. Even though she had been extremely against having kids for her entire life, everything that she had to say about Jeezy was just so different from how we had previously seen Jeannie talk about her relationship.
4 hours later, we shut down the sushi restaurant. We had the most amazing deep talk about our greatest lessons in life, our greatest mistakes.
That I think we all just thought that this must actually be the real deal. No pun intended. So even though they seem to have pretty much nothing in common, I think we all just thought they'd go the distance, or that they'd at least make it a little bit longer than 2 years of marriage. But when you look at their lives, it's pretty crazy just how much has changed for them in the last few months. First of all, Jeezy famously lives in Atlanta, so Jeannie moved to Atlanta to be with him, which is a pretty giant move for her because her entire career was in Los Angeles. And while she seemed to be pretty consistently in Atlanta for the last few years, probably mostly because of COVID, she recently took a job hosting a game show with Damon Wayans Jr., and it films in Los Angeles, which means that she was going back and forth to LA a ton. And she even posted something on her Instagram that makes it seem like she probably hasn't been on the best of terms with Jeezy. On August 13th, she posted a slideshow of pictures and videos with a caption that her quote-unquote entire world just arrived at LAX. And then she tagged her mom and her daughter Monaco. And this whole slideshow tells us a few different things. First of all, she calls her mom and her daughter her entire world, not Jeezy. He's not included in that at all. Next, it's pretty interesting that Jeannie's mom flew with Monaco to visit Jeannie, not Jeannie's husband and Monaco's dad Jeezy. Clearly something was going on between the two of them, just based on those two things alone, which makes it even weirder that Jeannie was promoting Jeezy's book just a few days ago and seemed to be absolutely in love with him. But who knows, maybe it was all just for appearances until they were ready to announce the divorce and to help him sell his book. But what do you guys think? Are you absolutely shocked that they're getting divorced, or did you see this one coming? Let me know in the comments below.